Right now on FiOS 1 News, a massive car crash sends several people to the hospital in New Rochelle. Plus, we have new information this morning on the deadly car fire in Sloatsburg that officials have deemed suspicious. And Metro North is getting back on track after a drawbridge opened earlier than expected. Your news starts right now.
FiOS 1 News, Morning Edition.
Good morning. You're watching the FiOS 1 News Morning Edition. It's 6 o'clock. I'm Lorin Richardson, filling in today for CJ Papa. We'll get to today's top stories in just a minute. Gloria Chappell will have your traffic report, but first, let's get to Chief Meteorologist Brian Fitzgerald for the forecast with his weather on the ones. Brian.
Hey, Lauren, halfway through the work week, and we're expecting sunshine as we head into this afternoon. So a little bit nicer conditions than yesterday, but all in all, yesterday didn't end up too bad here across the lower Hudson Valley. It was the areas south of us that picked up on more storms. So for us, we're rain-free today, but we do have some showers and storms in the forecast for Thursday. Right now, that storm system sitting southwest of Chicago and will continue moving in our direction, and most of that is confined to the second half of Thursday. Here's where we sit currently: 57 in Cornwall, 61 Scarsdale, 70 Pelham. Nyack, the current temperature 64. Carmel sitting at 54, and we're anywhere from 5 to 15, even up to 20 degrees cooler this morning than we were this time yesterday morning. So it goes to show what 24 hours can do. Up into the 80s this afternoon. Much more on the rest of your 7-day. It's all just ahead. Time now to get a check on the roads with Gloria.
Good morning. So far, everything's looking pretty quiet out there. Overnight construction's out of the way. Heading over to 87 New York State Thruway, heading south. 14B down to the Tappan Zee Bridge, no problem. So all the way from the Garden State Parkway down to the Tappan Zee Bridge, it's smooth sailing for you. Heading over into 87, exit 11, you'll see even southbound traffic hasn't really started backing up yet. Over to the Tappan Zee Bridge, no problems across the span in either direction. That's looking just fine. Here's a look out at the Tappan Zee Bridge. You can see southbound traffic is doing great, no problems at all. Heading into or out of Rockland County. Taconic State Parkway, Route 117, that looks very quiet as you make your way through Westchester. And if you'd like to take mass transit, right now the buses and the trains are running on or close to schedule. Not a bad idea to avoid traffic later on. And remember, you can always follow me on Twitter and Facebook so you can get online updates all morning. I'm Gloria Chapa. That's your FiOS 1 News traffic report.
Now to our top story. Crews have cleared the scene of a massive crash in New Rochelle that sent 5 people to the hospital. FiOS 1's Kayla Mamalak is on the scene with details. Kayla, what can you tell us so far?
Yeah, well, Lauren, police say they don't know of any deaths yet, but it doesn't look good for at least 2 people in that crash. There were a total of 5 men in their 20s in that crash, 3 in a brown Toyota Camry and 2 in a black BMW. All 5 were taken to the hospital. Now, police say the Camry was trying to make a left on Wood Place, and the BMW was going eastbound on Lincoln when they crashed. The drivers were responsive, talking to police and cooperating in their investigation. Police got this call around 9:30 last night. They were on scene through the morning until about 5:30 this morning when they cleared the scene. The collision was clearly strong. Both cars ended up on opposite sides of the road. The BMW pushed all the way into a residential driveway. Now, New Rochelle Fire Department was also here. Neither them nor the police will confirm whether or not they know drugs or alcohol were involved at this time. For now in New Rochelle, I'm Kayla Mamalak. Lauren, I'll send it back to you.
We have new information this morning on the dead body found outside a burning car in Sloatsburg. According to Ramapo police, 48-year-old Austin Lavad from Middletown was found on a dirt road off Waldron Terrace near a Thruway rest stop Tuesday morning. Detectives say he was supposedly working at one of the shops in the rest stop area, but police say no one recognized him. His car is registered to Middletown, where his wife lives. Police say the two are estranged. Lavad was found outside the car suffering from burns and was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities are investigating how the fire started. We have a commuter alert for you this morning. Some lines on the Metro North are getting back on track after a drawbridge opened earlier than expected. FiOS 1's Allie Rosen has the details for us this morning. Good morning, Allie.
Good morning, Lauren. The serious delays on the Metro North train last night were due to a scheduled opening of the drawbridge at 138th Street in the Bronx. The Hudson, Harlem, and New Haven lines all face delays of up to 70 minutes due to the opening of the drawbridge. But delays were made worse because of a disabled train at Harlem 125th Street. And as far as how things are running so far this morning...
Yeah, the lines are running good, the trains are working, and everything's good.
Edward arrived to the Yonkers train station around 3 a.m. And according to the MTA, the Harlem and New Haven lines are now operating on or close to schedule. Now, so far this morning, the MTA says the Hudson line northbound is the only line still experiencing some residual delays. In Yonkers this morning, Allie Rosen, FiOS 1 News.
And we have more information this morning on the 3 people from Pennsylvania who were arrested for trying to drive through the Holland Tunnel with dozens of weapons. FiOS 1's Lindsay Christian has the details. Lindsay.
Good morning, Lauren. A gun range owner whose daughter died earlier this year from a heroin overdose was actually headed through the tunnel here to Brooklyn to rescue a teenage girl involved with drugs. At least that's what he reportedly told police. 50-year-old John Cramsey, seen here, 53-year-old Dean Smith, and 29-year-old Kimberly Arendt, all of Pennsylvania, face multiple charges related to illegal possession of guns and ammunition. The group was stopped early Tuesday morning by Port Authority police patrolling the Holland Tunnel. An officer noticed the brightly colored Dodge truck they were in had a cracked windshield. Here's what happened when he pulled them over.
He had the driver exit the vehicle. And when the driver got out, he noticed a .45 caliber handgun on the driver's seat that the driver was sitting on.
Police say the van was fully loaded with weapons, rifles, handguns, knives, ammunition clips, military-grade helmets, and night vision goggles. It turns out the vehicle was registered to Higher Ground Tactical, an indoor gun range in Pennsylvania owned by Cramsey. Police confirm his daughter did, in fact, die from a heroin overdose 4 months ago this week. Investigators also discovered via Facebook that Cramsey had planned a trip to Brooklyn to, quote, do an extraction of a 16-year-old girl from a hotel in Brooklyn involved with drugs. A clerk at the gun range did confirm the weapons were legally owned and the owner is licensed to carry a handgun. However, assault-style weapons are banned in New Jersey and New York for civilians. Reporting near the Holland Tunnel in Jersey City, Lindsay Christian, FiOS 1 News.
And in education news, the Bedford School District budget we first told you about yesterday has passed for the 2016-2017 school year. This is the second attempt to pass the $126.8 million budget. As a result, 52 full-time positions will be cut, and the tax levy will be raised by 1.31%. The results are expected to become official this morning when the Board of Education officials accept the results. The district is home to 4,300 students throughout 7 buildings. One graduating senior is set to receive the Mayor's Award in Yonkers later today. Mayor Mike Spano will award graduating high school senior Florette Joseph with the annual award. Since 2012, the mayor has awarded the $2,500 scholarship to one senior each year who is strong in academic standing, participates in extracurricular activities, and also has a positive influence on the community. The ceremony is set to begin this afternoon at 3 o'clock at City Hall. The presidential candidates are preparing for their respective party conventions next month. Coming up, what is the plan as Hillary and Donald Trump continue to attack each other? Those details are next during our Political Pulse.